Let's dive on in, shall we?
Oh, we're diving in.
Breaststroke it like a doggy paddle.
Oh, yeah, probably.
We've never been the best swimmers. Welcome to House of Maher, a Wave original presented by Samsung. I'm your host, Ilona Maher, Olympic medalist rugby player. And no matter how old and mature I get, I will continue to add about 2 spoonfuls of sugar to my tea and coffee.
And I'm your host, Olivia Maher, a content creator of Girl Dinner, and severely lacking vitamin D.
And I'm your host, Adrianna Maher, human rights advocate, and I still haven't stopped talking about my 2 study abroad experiences.
2 of them.
Ew.
Wow. There's so much you don't know about us. Let's do a little background. So a lot of people think that I am the eldest sister.
Yeah, a lot of
I don't know if it's maturity, how beautiful I am, or whatever it is, the vibe I give off, but I am not. I am a classic middle child.
It's true.
The oldest over here, we got Olivia, coming in at a roaring 30 years old.
See, that wasn't discussed.
She's feeling it.
Why'd you have to bring that
everywhere.
I put
Everywhere.
in my writer that wasn't supposed to be discussed. I love it. Yeah, I am the oldest. Classic. I think I'm a classic oldest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%,
You
guys.
hit every box.
Every
Okay.
box. She is
Thank
our
you.
little mommy when our mommy got there.
right.
She makes us food.
And like,
She tucks us in.
She tucks us in.
I
She
mean, you
cleans
see-
up after
You
us.
see the kind of money Ilona's bringing in, and it's just, yes, I do the cooking, yes, I do the cleaning.
Yes, right.
And then we have the baby over here.
The little baby.
The little baby.
I would also say classic baby.
Classic baby. You too, though, but being younger than me, you each got to do the things sooner than I got to do in my life. Like,
Right.
especially you. When I got to do it, then you got to do it. I'm like,
Yeah.
but I couldn't do it 2 years ago. And her especially, too.
Well, I was also really good at convincing our parents. I knew how to
Right.
argue. You just had to
Yeah.
know what points to make.
Mhm.
We couldn't get our ears pierced until we were 13. But mom and dad, it's basketball season. And so we have to get it before basketball season or else I'm going to have to take it out.
been
That's
wheeling and
genius.
dealing. That's
God.
sharp
Yeah,
thing over
guys.
there.
Actually,
I was
yeah.
12.
Business mindset, first and foremost.
Olivia and I were always very close in age. I say, like, when you got to watch the PG-13 movies, I got to watch the PG-13 movies. But
Oh.
you're almost like 2.5 years younger than me, but like 3 years younger than me in grade. So you kind of felt left out.
Yeah, it was tough because you guys were only 1 year apart in high school together, going through all the same sports teams, and I was still in middle school. And at that age, that just feels so huge. That
like a
like
chasm.
distance between us. Like, and you know, I was still like beginning puberty and you guys were kind of at the tail end. Of course, we're not
We
going
were
to connect.
flowing. We had our periods.
Yeah, no.
We were getting blood everywhere.
Women.
Yeah,
We were
we were
women.
women.
I was jealous of
Absolutely.
everyone else in the hall
Yeah.
with their periods.
Right.
Right.
Wait to start bleeding.
Cannot wait.
Yes. Every time I go, I was like, please, let there be blood.
Today's the day.
But we have gotten over that because that was tough for you growing up, being
Yeah.
kind of not like an outcast, but it definitely was. No, what's the word for it? We treated in
Yeah.
a way we treated you like an outcast at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
Not that dramatic. We weren't that
4-ish
mean.
4-ish years between you and I.
Whoa, 5-ish.
5-ish.
You're
Good
4.5.
Lord. Am I
You'll learn
4.5?
Olivia's not the best with math.
All right. All right.
It got so much better with age. And I think, especially once I graduated high school, I personally noticed a huge difference in our relationships. Of
Yeah.
just like, we were on the same level. You know, you could see me as an adult.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I see you as like a best friend. Like, oh, did you guys just see? I saw a tweet that was like, siblings are awesome. It's like best friends you can be evil to.
100%.
I love to be mean to my best friends.
You two are very similar too. As you've gotten older, you've almost gotten like more similar.
Merge.
Yeah.
Like merged,
References.
same humor, same
references,
everything,
same
same references.
things, yeah.
Sometimes they'll just be having a conversation, and I'm up to date on what's happening in the world too. But they'll be riffing off each other and just saying ping-ponging.
We do. We are close in that way, but it is funny because we, as close as we are and as much on the references as you are up, you are also an old lady in many ways. Like, it's crazy that you have the most prolific social media presence when you are also the like least technologically like
Right.
sound. Would you
Yeah.
say?
Right.
Yeah, I'd agree. Sometimes you do something online, I'm like, Ilona knows how to do that.
Yeah, same. It surprises us every
Yeah.
time. And then other ways, she's like, I don't really know what like a cloud is. Like, what's going on with that?
What's that?
What's
up there?
going on? Yeah.
But that has been really cool that we have grown so close over the years. But I think that did start younger when we were growing up. One thing that our family always put in for us was every single night we had to sit down at the table and have family dinner. It didn't matter if our mom worked 12 hours, if our dad came from home from a shift, he was cooking chicken to the point where I was like, can you just order a box of pizza?
And we
Please,
sit in front
man.
of the TV and like a normal
I'm trying to watch some
family
shows.
please. But I think now, being an adult, looking back on that, how much of a foundation that built for us as a family and as people to have that amount of face-to-face time just with one another, with our parents, to tell them about our days and have people that cared and knew what happened the day before and what was coming, I think is just, it formed us into the people that we are.
And it's like an hour each night to like connect and bond, you know, and I'm so glad we had that. And I think, you know, that also attributes to like how close we are now.
Yeah, big family
dinners
man.
every night.
Sit down at the table.
And even if you're not making your own food, like we'll do it where we get takeout and we sit around the table still.
Yeah.
And that's also turned, like, my ideal form of fun as an adult is a dinner party. Controlled environment, sitting down with friends. There's wine, there's food. We're not out in the world. I love going out in the world, but like, I just love doing that and having a conversation around a table.
I will say, and even when I go on like dates with people, it's like, how well can you hold a conversation? Because have you been on dates with men recently?
No.
They're not asking questions.
Really?
No, I
It's
had
very
that.
one-sided. So like to me at our table, it was like, I'll ask a question, you ask a question. Like that's how I was raised, and I'm always interested. But sometimes it feels like I'm just interviewing men for a job or something.
And then are they like, I had a great time? And it's like, yeah, no, duh.
Can we do this again?
You talked about you the whole time.
But that's something that we've grown up and we value so much.
And I think seeing our parents' relationship and that they communicate and they have fun together till, like, you know, at their age. I think that's important when you go on dates and they're not asking you questions back.
Yeah.
Dad does talk a lot, but he's because he knows a lot.
Oh, that guy does talk.
He does.
Yeah.
But he knows a lot.
He knows a lot.
Truly one of the smartest people I know.
Sometimes you just have to supply him with the questions you want to be asked.
I love it.
I'll call him up, I'll ask him, and then I'm like, okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'll see something going on in the world or I'll hear some kind of historical thing. I'll be like, God, I gotta ask Dad about that. He's gonna love talking about it.
He's gonna love talking about
He's gonna love it. He's gonna love it. But yeah, no, we were very close. We had very cool kind of birthday parties. We love
Yes.
our mom loved a theme birthday, but not a theme like you would expect.
No.
Right?
No.
Like I had one of my favorites growing up was this fairy themed party.
Yeah.
And
I had it too.
you had it and you had it, but in a separate location many years later. And she'd honed her craft, but she went in.
Yeah.
And like, I'm pretty sure, obviously, like maybe not the best thing for the earth, love the earth and everything, but it was like this nature walk that she brought my whole party through, but she had gone through beforehand and dropped marbles and sparkly things and little gems. And like, there were things along the way. There was like a pin the braid or pin the crown on a princess, like that she had nailed to a tree in the middle of the walk. That nail's there to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I went on
that's
that a few years ago.
piece of
Mom
history.
found the nail.
Yeah. I walk by it every time I go, there's the nail from my like, what, 6th birthday party?
Yeah.
And then there was like a hidden treasure chest underneath that. Like we were following a map to this treasure chest that was buried under the slide at the playground. Like incredibly just like intricate, magical stuff that like made our childhood magical in that way. She did that for you, right?
Well, legend has it there is still glitter at Ethan Allen Homestead from those legendary parties.
Absolutely.
I've had a fairy birthday party. I had a mermaid birthday party.
Oh, you
remember that with the big mermaid sign?
with the cutout, like the
cutout
face.
one that was good.
Oh my God. That just like brought something out of
We'll
me.
have to find
My
photos of
most
that.
favorite though is fun thing about me. I love a grocery store. You know
Right,
that.
right.
I love roaming the halls of a grocery store,
Especially in a foreign country.
especially in a foreign country. I love an expensive grocery store so I can judge the prices and whatnot, see how fresh it is.
A general store.
A general store. Oh, don't
with
I
tin
love
fish.
it?
What? I don't even eat tin fish, but I gotta
Yeah.
look at the tin fish.
Oh.
The beautiful packaging.
This cheese was made right down the road from the cow Bessie.
All the hens are named.
Yeah.
Anywho, okay, so my birthday party, our local shopping market in Vermont was called the Hannafords.
Yeah, shout out New England.
Shout out Hannafords, New England.
New England.
Comfort place.
My mom went. I don't know why she thought of this idea. I had a birthday party at the supermarket.
Yeah.
Me and a bunch of my little friends went to the deli counter. We went into the bakery. I think I was employee of the month. I think I got assigned being employee of the month.
You all got little name tags.
I got little name tags. We were walking through Hannaford's.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
mean, that was awesome.
Saw the freezer.
I wonder what happened when she was like, "Hey, I got a great idea for my kid's birthday party."
Who'd she know at Hannaford's to make it happen?
Who did she have to talk to?
She probably knows some people.
She's been wheeling and
She's been in that town.
Behind the
She's been in
bakery.
that town crafting.
She'd be talking to the butchers.
Yeah,
and
she
let people
do.
slice in the ham. She loves to chat them up.
It does. That's like, and like, who thinks of that? But she knew that you loved a grocery store, So she was like, let's make that
Even
happen.
as a young kid, what a weirdo.
Yeah.
I just love to I didn't even have money.
No, yeah.
What was I buying there?
Right. You just liked it.
You're there for the free cookies.
But Dad does too. Dad loves just to wander around a grocery store.
Does.
He'll just like go. And I think also me to this day, I don't buy lots of things at once to like stock up. I very fortunate to live close to some grocery stores that I just like, oh, I feel like this today. So I'll go gather those little supplies. So I'm always just like gathering little by little. And that's what Dad does as well. He goes and like buys a loaf of bread. He's like, oh, I'll go back to the store. He loves that.
Being an adult is just, when is the next time you're going to go to the grocery store?
I don't mind
That's
it.
just planning when are you going to head to the grocery store again. I go probably 3 times a day.
And you gotta put a backpack on to get to New York City.
There's a hill when you come up to my apartment, and by the end of it, my shoulders are aching.
Right.
But I still go. I've got friends who get like groceries delivered, and I don't want to do that. I want to see what's there.
No thrill.
No thrill at all. Let me walk the halls,
The hallowed halls.
and the aisles, and see what calls to me.
100%.
Do I spend way too much money by doing that? Yes. If it's on sale and it's a little something I've never tried before, I'm getting it.
Yeah,
I'm getting it. I'm spending $40 on just weird stuff.
Let's explain our mom a little bit.
Yeah.
Please.
She is the best cook in the world.
Oh my God.
I'll put money on it.
Yeah.
I say that's how we got to be the size we are. That and pints of milk at dinner.
Literally.
Every night,
Like 2 pints of milk.
Glasses of milk.
Chug.
Everyone's like, ew, milk. I'm like, okay, well, I'm from Vermont. What do
she
you want
got
me to drink?
2
Water?
gallons
Big
a time.
old. Yep.
That is water.
Amazing cook. She can you can say, hey mom, I want like a chicken curry with a little bit of this and that, and she just can create it.
She'll literally commune with the universe and be like, got it.
And then she makes the most amazing stuff.
From scratch too. Like she's not buying anything. She's like putting the ingredients together. Like if it starts with flour, it's starting with flour. Surprised she doesn't grow it herself.
She's a homemaker. She loves bringing people in, cooking for people. Olivia's really gotten that now. She loves to cook for people, loves to make people feel comfortable. And my mom cooks with butter, milk.
Or whenever you come back for in between training and you're wanting to get greens, and she's like, well, I'll make you Brussels sprouts. And I watch her make it. I'm like, there's a lot of butter in that. I don't know if that's what Ilona meant when she wanted her greens.
No, she cooks with love and full fat. You know, it's absolutely amazing. She is our biggest supporter. Whenever people ask her a question about me, they're like, tell us a little bit about Ilona. She's like, you know what? I have 3 daughters, and all of them are so amazing. Oh my god!
She just won bronze. Like, what? Tell us about Ilona. She's like, well, she is great, but Adrianna, she has a windowless room in New York City that she is so proud of, and Olivia, she's on the internet, right? She's so, and then she'll get to you. She's like, she needs the world to know there's 3. She has 3 amazing babies.
To the point where you've had to be.
We've had to step
you
in.
can talk about Ilona. It's fine.
Please. We're like, Mom, don't mention us. Please. It's about Ilona. Like, if she's winning, we're all winning. So talk about Ilona, please.
Unless we're at a rugby tournament and we're at a restaurant about to go in, and she's season opening with the waiter, and she's like, we're actually here for the rugby. My daughter is playing it.
My daughter.
Yes. You can find her online.
Yeah.
And then she gives him a sticker. I'm like, Mom, that guy doesn't know who I am.
He's gonna
throw that sticker out.
She
She has my stickers. She'll give them out to anybody who recognizes me.
Yeah.
So I'm there taking a picture, and then I walk away, and turns out she's back behind me
Sticker?
I have to order them special for her. I send them to the house. I mean, my favorite fact about our mom, though, is we grew up, nobody believes us, quite socially awkward, except for her. She was quite cool.
I mean,
no, it took me.
You were better than us. You got better than us for sure.
Yeah.
And now you guys are better than me.
You make friends easier than we do.
Yeah, no, that's true. So we went to a very tiny Catholic school in Vermont from Ilona and I, preschool to 8th grade.
Yeah.
So a large chunk of our, young lives, right? And growing up. And the school, the people we went to school with stayed the same, but did get smaller and smaller as we went. So I graduated one of 6 people. How many did you have?
9.
One of 9 people. I graduated one of 6 with 1 boy in my class in 8th grade.
Hate to beat you. 1 of 5.
Wow.
And 1 year it was 4 because someone went to a different school.
That's
but then they came back.
crazy. But then the school closed due to under attendance.
Crazy.
What?
I don't understand that.
That's crazy. But it was so these people were our siblings growing up. I had my sisters and they were in the other classrooms, but then the small core of people, those were our siblings growing up. So we only socialized with them. We didn't really socialize outside.
Yeah.
So when we did end up going to the public high school, it shook us to our core.
To our core.
I mean, except for her. So she got to go to public middle school though.
Yes. And I'm so glad
Yeah.
for that. It was
Jealous.
It was a war. I think I may have lost. I lost many battles.
Sometimes, yeah.
Maybe the war itself, but I came out, and actually, I am still friends with most of my
That's
friends
impressive.
to this day from
Yeah.
middle school. And it was just like, I was so confident and ready in 6th grade. I was like, I'm going to make friends. I had my sights set high for the popular girls, which is why middle school was then so difficult. I think it would have been difficult no matter what, because middle school girls are brutal, especially in public school. I don't know what your experience was.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, but it was tough, but it made me stronger. And then going into high school, I had established friendships, and high school's kind of just fine.
Not us.
No. Adrianna was actually cool. I still remember the first time I talked to a boy in high school vividly. Shout out Alex. Walking in the hallway next to him, I was so tense, so nervous. I was like, "This is happening." Really cool,
And it was just a normal encounter.
It was a normal encounter. We were just going from class to class, but I only had 3 boys in my class, and they were like my brothers. Like the thought of when I went to public middle school for sports, they were like, "Oh," and then I kissed this boy. I was like, "Y'all are kissing boys?
That's
not me."
to me. You guys are layering lacy tank tops and kissing boys.
That's crazy.
And there's push-up bras involved.
Whoa, not me.
This is the other side. This is
I
how the
gotta
other
put my
side is
jumper
living.
on.
For real. Yeah, we gotta put our little uniforms on.
Get
back to our 6 people in the classroom.
Get back.
Yeah. Go to church once a week.
Yeah.
Actually, twice a week when they made us do it on the weekdays too.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
That was a tough one.
Good Lord.
Amen. And we went to a Catholic school. Fun fact, back to our mom, she was a sex educator at Catholic school.
Yep. Very fun fact.
I actually didn't mind it.
She was a school nurse. So she was a
school nurse. Yeah, so she just came in to teach sex.
Absolutely. The random
Mina
woman.
Kamar.
She was like, "I'll do it."
Oh, she's doing it.
I know what I'm doing. I'll talk about it. But there were because it was a Catholic school, there was restrictions on what she could talk about. But she did a good job with it anyway. There was a bit of a shock and awe factor about it, absolutely. Didn't a girl faint in your class?
Well, a couple girls fainted. Yeah, no, sorry. One girl fainted. Still friends with her to this day. And then my mom would walk in and just yell, "Penis."
Yeah, that was how she would open
quiet
it.
down.
Right.
These Catholic school kids, like, what is she about to talk about?
Yeah.
And I thought she was cool. I feel like I don't remember ever being embarrassed by her doing that.
No,
I was like,
either.
that's my mama.
I remember feeling that I should, but then I didn't.
Right.
And she'd already given us the sex talk outside. And I remember because she could only say certain things in this because it was, abstinence. That's what the teaching was. Whereas I'm like, that's not the tune you were singing. You're singing safe sex and birth control. And I don't think you're ready now. But when you are, come to me and let's do it the right way.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, I never felt that pressure to be when we did get to high school and it seemed like everyone was having sex, I was a virgin. We were, you know what I mean? We didn't do that for a while. But because I had my mom, who instead of going, "Don't do it," and us being like, "Well, what is it? Why?" It was kind of cool. I hear you.
Almost made it less cool.
Made it less cool. How kind of, which maybe she tried it. Maybe that was on purpose.
I think that's reverse psychology. She worked that on us. But I also don't know if I had the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
If I'm being, you probably did. Miss Hottie over here.
I could have
My favorite story. Everyone in high school, oh my gosh, you and Olivia are twins. You guys look so much alike. Tell me why I'm not getting any attention. Right. Tell me why all the boys are barking up Olivia Street and I got nothing. Stop telling me that then. We're not twins. There's something wrong here.
Something's not adding up.
Something's a little
different.
Yeah.
A little different.
You're doing the math. You're doing
I was doing the math and I was
8.
like,
right.
Nobody's talking to me.
Right.
Well, we saw her grow up first and we're like,
get boobs.
All right, boobs are coming for us.
I've been slow to say it, but it's because of her gorgeous boobs.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much.
Yes.
And I was waiting for that day. I was like, it's in my genes. It's gonna happen to me. I was it's gonna come.
And you got some.
Yikes.
Me on the other hand.
You got luscious, gorgeous hair.
Okay.
And locks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's your brain, Ilona.
Yeah,
your
right. It's my brain. Yeah. My thighs. Olivia and I would make fun of each other. Because I got boobs first, and I was like, sucker.
Yeah.
Look at you over there, flat chest, loser. Yeah. As soon as mine came, they stopped. Hers, boom.
I said.
Kept growing. She's like, hold my
glass of milk.
You know that feeling when life is coming at you fast, and you just need a little help? That's where my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra comes in. This phone isn't just smart. It's basically my AI-powered sidekick, keeping me on top of everything without missing a beat.
let's dig into one of the features I use the most. I'm trying it all the time. I'm talking about the Now Brief with Galaxy AI. It's like that friend who always knows what's going on, even when I don't. It reminds me where I need to be, whether it's a big meeting or a concert I totally forgot I bought tickets for. Oh, and it gives me the weather update too, so I'm not out here wearing sandals in a rainstorm. It's like my phone is a crystal ball that can tell the future and the present, but don't worry, it can't actually tell the future yet.
I don't know who I was before I had Now Brief, but I do know she was struggling. She was running late. She was forgetting things. She was taking 2 different apps just to figure out what day it was. Chaos. But now Brief has entered my life, and I am suddenly a put-together, thriving individual. I know when things are happening. I have knowledge, and knowledge is power.
Long story short, Galaxy S25 Ultra makes my life easier so I can spend less time juggling tasks and more time in the moment. And that's what really matters. Hang in there for the disclaimers. Now Brief displays daily select information from select apps. Some apps may require internet connection and or consent to access data. Personal data intelligence must be enabled. Galaxy AI features by Samsung are free through 2025 and require Samsung account login. You know what? Let's give a little sex ed class now to our viewers that Mom used to give us.
I have some really good ones. I think some special ones that you guys didn't get from her.
Okay.
She loved an analogy. I think she was workshopping for your guys' talks, and when she got to me, she figured it out. She had 2 to this day. She doesn't remember them. She's like, I wouldn't say that. I'm like, yes, you did. This is a vivid memory. We were in the car to swim class. You said, having your period, it's like making an apple pie, you know? You start by making the dough and you put that on the bottom, layer it up the walls, uterine lining, and then you add in the filling and you put it in the oven. And I think that's kind of where I got lost too, because this one is just kind of, it was supposed to be about how a period happens. So then I guess it goes away by taking away slices.
Right.
But the better one, in my opinion.
Oh, and then you make another pie.
Yeah, then you make another pie. Each month you're making a
pies.
pie.
Oh, gosh.
And the pie is your uterine lining.
Wow.
Shedding.
And did you understand it, or were you like every month, like, God, womanhood is exhausting, I have to make a pie every month?
To be a woman is to perform. To make
Now, do I have to be a good baker?
Yeah.
What filling are we talking about, Mom?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be apple?
What is this?
Like,
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be cherry?
What about rhubarb? We have rhubarb in there?
Something red? I don't know.
But my favorite was her hotel room, because obviously our Oma and Opa had a motel growing up. So she worked and she would help make rooms and stuff. And so she told me a period is like, I don't know why I needed 2 analogies. A period is like a motel room. You know, you're expecting visitors. Okay. And so you are changing the sheets. You are fluffing the pillows.
Right.
You are getting the room ready. But the visitor doesn't come. So, well,
Come.
Oh. But the sheets are now old. They need to be refreshed. This is a nice motel.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to take away all the sheets and you have to wash them and get them out of the room, which is the period happening.
Wow. My hotel is like one of those cool new, hotels that are like made to look old.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about like artsy.
Actually, there's
embroidery.
like a
design everywhere. What are those called?
Boutique hotel.
Boutique. My hotel's like a boutique hotel.
Right. Your uterus.
My
is
uterus,
a boutique
yeah.
hotel.
Anything else you want to add about that?
Are we having visitors?
No, I keep it ready for visitors for
Keep
sure.
it ready for visitors for
but
sure.
it's
You're
like a
changing the
boutique one.
sheets.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
changing the sheets.
Wow.
Yeah, fluffing the pillows.
Fluffing the pillows on there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like luxury.
It's a luxury,
luxury
one,
experience.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yours, a rundown, seedy motel.
That's
A Motel 6?
A Motel 6. She's prepping a Motel 6.
I'm prepping a Motel 6. It's smoking a cigarette. There's water stains.
Black mold on the tiles.
Just to be clear, Olivia is perfect.
Just to be clear. Well,
somebody watches this. Hey, I saw you describing your vagina.
I'm so excited about this date, but
yeah. Could you let me know if anything's happening?
Is there like a Google Maps link I can see?
yeah. Like where this Motel 6 is, I don't know. No, it's actually, it's beautiful.
It's really beautiful.
What the hell?
No, yours is good. It's fine.
So funny. Those are good analogies, though. She's like, I'm proud of her. We
clever
didn't get
with
those.
That was a period analogy.
Yeah.
Did we get any, like, water your garden to bloom?
No, I think she knew
baby.
that needed to be really clear.
Oh.
Don't mess around. Like, I do remember the first time Again, this was the same car ride to swim practice. And
Man,
she
busy,
was
yeah.
busy. And she was telling me, she was like, so a penis can actually fit into a vagina. And I remember at that age, I was like,
why would it do that?
I was like, cool, fun fact. Why? I didn't understand what she was saying. I was like, just a unique coincidence? Like, what's going on? Why are you telling me?
Did she open the conversation with that?
I think maybe. Because it was silence in the car.
She was like, did you know?
This. And I was like, I'm in my swimsuit, ready to go.
Right.
I'm just trying to swim some laps, woman. Can we talk about this another time?
Yeah. You said we could go to the dining hall at the cool college afterwards.
You can make your own creamy soft serve.
Creamy. We're from Vermont. It's called a creamy. It's not soft serve.
I don't remember if we got any analogies, but we loved those American Girl books.
The Care and Keeping of
The
You.
Care and Keeping of You.
They've changed them.
I actually loved reading those.
I love those books.
I'd sit there and just read. I'm like,
we shared the same
interesting.
one. Went down through hands.
Passed
And it's
down.
still in my room to this day. My
Is it
daughter is getting that
really?
book because
Yeah.
they've changed it. They I think they took out like the or the tampon insertion.
I was just thinking about that part.
But I can't, like, how many girls did that book help? Like, I can only imagine, you know what I mean? Who didn't have a mom that was like as helpful as ours or, as informational. Like, that must be so, like how to check your like breasts for cancer, for things that I like stuck with me to this day that I'm like, oh yeah, I should check my breasts because the Care and Keeping of You American Girl doll book told me, the illustrated guide taught me how to do it. I do remember looking at the, maybe I manifested, my rack because there was like images in it. We gotta pull this
fitting
book.
session?
We need the Care and Keeping of You available right here, where it was the bra fitting, but it was also like that breasts come in all shapes and sizes, and like it was like different girls looking in the mirror, and I've never been like, I want that one, as if it was a toy catalog before
I think
Christmas.
I did that too, and didn't manage
didn't
to
wish upon a
manifest
star.
hard enough.
You didn't do it as hard as I did. Yeah,
I guess not.
Yeah. Circling it.
Gold stars. It would be great. But we've always been open about talking about our love lives with each other and how that all works, even with our mom.
Yeah.
I think she's gotten to a place where she always wanted to be a place for us to share things like that without judgment, so that we would come to her. So I think even in those talks with us, she made it so that it was like, this is something you're going to do. It's okay to do. By doing that, we were more open to sharing with her, knowing she's not going to judge us. Like, that was really important for us. And even to this day, I mean, I call her.
She probably regrets that now. The things we tell her.
I call her, I'm like, Mom, you're never going to believe this.
You're never going to believe what happened. And she's probably like,
I tell the story. I called Mom the day after I lost my virginity.
Heterosexual debut.
Sorry, my sexual debut.
You didn't lose anything.
I, first off, rung you up with the girls.
Oh, yeah.
Told you the whole story.
I was in a parking lot, too.
And
we were all
then,
like, yeah!
I remember it vividly. And then Mom we had family over. I was like, Mom, I got to talk to you. She's like, all right, I'll go upstairs. She goes upstairs to the bathroom. And I'm like, Mom, I lost my virginity. And she was like, okay. Oh. Wow. And
mind you, she's an adult woman.
Yeah. This was in my 20s. And I was like, so you're probably going to need to schedule a gyno for me right now. I imagine I'll be pretty busy from now on.
Yeah. Motel is open.
Hotel is open. I'm changing the sheets.
Yeah.
Constantly. Like, I just think that's probably the way it is. So we'll get that in, get some stuff, I'm
going to be busy.
So she accepted the news, was like, okay, be safe and blah, 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 blah. And I'll get that scheduled for you. I guess, I don't know. She goes back down to sit at the table with like the family friends there, and she's silent. Like,
just like catatonic.
Doesn't sleep a wink that night, whereas I'm like,
look at world. Legs first.
Woman's here. Legs first. I am here. But yeah, she's always been that. We can talk to her about pretty much anything, to the point where I'm like, I probably shouldn't have shared that, but
no, that's good.
I continue to.
But then she did. She stepped up and helped, and she got you the appointment.
I got the gyno.
Got the birth control.
Making sure her daughter is healthy.
Yeah. That's her. Yeah.
It's special to have that sort of relationship with your mom.
But I think, she was very comfortable talking to us about it, and she was also, your whole thing is body positivity, body appreciation, and living in the body that you're in, and you're always, pushing that messaging, which is so important. But it's like, we were raised with a naked mom. She was naked around us, right? Like, she would get changed in front of us. We would see what a woman's body looks like. in all of its forms, and being pregnant and then giving birth and moles and stretch marks, and to us that was so beautiful, and we got to experience like what a woman's body is. And now being in a woman's body, I love and appreciate it because I saw it in all of its forms. Whereas I have friends who you can sometimes just tell they weren't raised with a naked mom. They are not comfortable in their skin. They're not comfortable with other women in that way at all. So I think we're very lucky to have been raised with a mom who, even if maybe she wasn't feeling as like, you can't be body positive all the time, but she didn't ever put that on us. And she still like just was. She just existed. And she never talked about our bodies in any type of way. She never talked about her body in any type of way when we were growing up. And I think that sticks with you. Absolutely.
All of our features were made to feel the most beautiful.
Yeah.
Our height, our shoulders, our athleticism was always spotlighted as this amazing trait that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, obviously I have fairer skin and freckles. And well, you have freckles too, but mom and dad would always be like, and those are so beautiful, you really shine. And I always felt so beautiful. And I'm so glad I had that basis, because I know other people who have freckles that constantly cover them with foundation. For me, that is a wild sentiment. I'm like, why are you covering them up? That's your face. It's beautiful. So they really made me appreciate who I was at a young age.
I saw this thing online where it's like start to compliment girls more about like their smarts and whatnot instead of how they look.
Oh.
I thought that was interesting. I think there's a balance there, like, because I see so many girls and I also like, oh, you're so pretty and whatnot, but I started to say like, oh, you look so strong, or you look so, you look so smart, or something like that. So I've seen that's like kind of a change that can be done, because we focus so much on beauty at times, that there's so much more to a person.
And
but
it's so simple.
Yeah, simple. I think mom did a good job. It was like, well, your shoulders are doing so well, like you're doing amazing in sports because of these big shoulders, or oh, you're so smart, you should do this. So I think there's like a balance, and I'm learning every day too how to like handle young fans, how to talk to myself and whatnot.
I think you do a great job with your young fans.
Thank you.
You love seeking them out. And like, no matter how tired you are, you're there. You're like crouching down with them, like telling them how cool they look and like how strong they look and what they can do, asking if they play sports. Like, that's got to be so.
And but I think that's how mom would have acted.
Yeah.
That's how mom, if she was like that, she would have said all those things as well. So for all our listeners, you are strong, you are smart, and
you are important.
You are important. I don't know if we can use that.
We just came up with that, actually. Yeah. That's a House of Maher original. So, yeah. And her thing for us the past couple of years, which I love, and it connects all of us, is we are adult women. And I think she started to be like, what do I get them for Christmas? What do I get? I got pots and pans from Costco at 22 years old. I was like, well, that's our wrap on fun birthdays, huh? Okay. So it's adulthood from here on out. Great pots and pans. I have them to this day.
I was like, you'd actually be really excited to get that, wouldn't you?
I was stoked. But I was like in college, so I was like, okay. But now she gives us sister jewelry every Christmas. It's a new thing. She started with these initial necklaces, because you actually started it. You bought us those little initial necklaces at some like gift store in like Australia or somewhere on tour.
But they got green really fast.
They were like not good metal.
But we loved them. You started something.
You started something. Remember, you got those little like tiny. I still have it.
See, I don't. It sounds. I think it's coming back.
What the hell, man?
It's coming back.
But you started, and mom saw those, and she's like, "I'll get them like real ones that they can have for life, because like actual pieces of jewelry is something that we can carry with us for the rest of our lives, and we'll use, and not just be like, oh, whatever. It's just another gift." So she got us those in real gold, and then every Christmas from there, she makes us a piece of sister jewelry. And so we each like we're blinged out currently. Like, this is all the necklaces you see us wearing are what she had made for us, and they're each in our own metals. Like, I don't know, what's your metal?
I'm a yellow gold, because I was wearing a lot of yellow gold.
A lot of gold jewelry.
I am nervous of like, what if I don't think I look good in gold one day? And no, this is my assigned metal forever.
I think you're good.
Oh.
You're good with your coloring. You'll
do
be
like
fine.
one of those color matches, and they say never wear gold again. And
you look like a corpse.
Yeah. Why are you wearing gold? You're a spring.
You're spring. Throw out all your gold. Turquoise only. And so then mine is white gold, because I wore a lot of silver jewelry anyway, and yours is titanium gold.
Yeah.
Something like that, because Ilona would wear this one titanium ring that our mom got for her 30th nursing anniversary, basically. So now she makes all of our jewelry in those color schemes. But we're kind of being like, hey, we're kind of running out of jewelry space here. Like we're going to go on to like brooches and.
I got almost every finger with a ring on it.
Well,
Yeah.
she also has a lot of Olympic rings, and she has national championship rings. So her hands are quite heavy. Pimpin'.
Wade.
But our latest one is this one here, and it says coffee, tea, wine, which is the flow when we're home in Vermont. We start the day with coffee and we go into tea later in the afternoon, and then wine as we wind down our day. That's just how we like to live our lives, and I think we're also gonna do this show in much the same way. Wow. Start with a jolt of energy, bit of caffeine, the coffee to start. We'll have a bit of tea time later on, and then we'll wind things down, which I just think is
I love that.
The perfect way to welcome people into our house, because that's how we do things.
The House of Maher.
The House of Maher. As you all know, we are very online, so I thought we'd kick things off with us out in the wild, touching grass, being real. What's been going on?
Not touching grass, but touching the coldest water possible. You guys made me do a cold plunge.
Right.
Which I thought I'd done them before. No, not that cold.
That's why I kept asking, and I felt like I was being annoying because I was like, but has she? Because I feel like there would be a stronger reaction, like, to her answers if she actually had.
So I was so confident going in.
Yeah.
I was like, cold plunge, done that.
But you did so good.
Well, the first one I did decent, and then I kept getting worse.
Which is interesting because you usually get better.
Yeah.
Not you.
I'm unique like that.
Not you.
My calves were freezing off. It started to get painful.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of myself.
I mean, it's kind of cool because you actually did it the hardest way. You got in and then you tried to get out, which was like, and then you got yourself under the water, which is incredible.
Yeah. I was
like the fight or flight, you could see it happening on your face, and you pushed through. It was great.
It was the pressure of you guys in the pool. I was like, they're in it. I got to do it.
Yeah.
I can't back out. That's embarrassing. It was tough. It was cold. And I can't imagine how often you do that.
I don't ice bath as much as people would think for athletes, just because I find it uncomfortable. But I have gotten into saunaing. I mean, sauna seems to be the thing everybody's doing. Yeah. So I do sauna, get them out. So we went to this place here in Bristol called Siva Wellness, and it's like a wood fire sauna. You throw wood in there, and you're sitting there. It's like
gorgeous.
Out in nature.
The birds were chirping when we were there.
The birds were chirping.
The sun is out.
God. Like, talk about touching grass.
Yeah, I do love the sauna too, because it's like you can't take your phone in there. You just have to kind of be present. And then the cold tub. I was impressed by both of you. I think I don't really like to do it. I started to get into it because I did it more during Dance with the Stars, but we just got to be there together and recover.
Yeah.
From what for us?
For you guys, I don't know.
My plan read.
The long winter.
Life, dude.
The long winter here.
Yeah.
No, I loved it though. I've gotten more and more into it, and I do sleep like a baby afterwards. I don't know if that's.
We all took a nap. I took a nap immediately afterwards.
Passed out on the couch. She was snoring on the couch.
You made us pasta, and I was like, done.
Yeah.
Well,
but it was fun to do, and especially because I had for some reason I had a feeling you hadn't actually really done like a cold plunge. So I was excited to get it on camera, and it was just a good time. A good thing to do all together.
Good thing to do. Also, very brave of me. You recorded it, posted it, and now it's got 2 million views.
It's like close to 3 million.
I wonder if it's because you could kind of see the bottom of my feet.
I blurred it out.
She blurred it out.
Okay.
I was working on it.
Because I saw the views on that, and I was like, what the heck?
I know.
These foot freaks.
Feet freaks for real.
She blurred it out, but I do feel like somebody's puzzling that together.
Because the thing is, I waited. I was like, either I blur out the dogs or I keep them in. And like, if you don't, people will be like, "Oh, free feet!" Oh,
yeah,
it's not on Wiki
but
Feet.
Instead, that's on Wiki Feet, but instead, I blurred them, so everyone was like, "Oh, the blurred feet." So it's like
they
6 1/2 dozen of another. I mean, I think it helped actually, like people commenting on that, and then checking it out.
Our engagement.
Whereas I wanted people to focus on how funny her faces were that entire time, but
no, that was almost an out-of-body experience.
Oh, and then because we do it again, like you do the contrast therapy, and she was like, "I don't know if I need to do it again." We're like, "You're doing it again."
Because you first go into the sauna for 10 minutes, and I'm having a great time. I'm with my sisters, we're chatting, and then cold plunge, and then as I'm in that cold plunge, I'm only in there for a minute. I'm like, how many more times do I have to do this today? So when we got back to the sauna, I was now dreading it. I was like, I've got 10 minutes of peace. Then I have to do that again. Almost ruined it, but it didn't.
Okay, I'll be real with you. My Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is basically my true AI companion at this point. It's packed with AI features, which means it doesn't just help me, it actually thinks ahead for me. And honestly, I'm never going back. You know what I don't have time for? Doing everything myself. Texting, searching, scheduling, it's too much. But you know what's not too much? AI on my S25 Ultra, because it literally does things for me.
Let's say I want to grab dinner after practice. I don't need to stop what I'm doing. I just say, find an Italian restaurant nearby and text it to my friends. Boom, done. Like I have a true AI companion. My sisters and I recently went to an Italian restaurant recommended by my Galaxy S25 Ultra, and it was legitimately delicious. It's like having a superpower, but without the secret identity struggles.
Meanwhile, I get to live my life undistracted, less time with my face in my phone, aka no tech neck. And honestly, I feel like a boss, which technically I'm not, but thanks to Galaxy S25 Ultra, I kind of live like one. So yeah, the S25 Ultra isn't just a phone, it's an AI-powered life upgrade, and I'm here for it. Disclaimers: compatible with select apps, requires Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy. Google and Gemini are trademarks of Google LLC.
Something else we've done out in the wild recently was Magic Mike XXL Live. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've seen the videos constantly. So I saw one video recently and I commented, I would like to go to there. So then they followed me, I followed them, and we started chatting. We were in London a couple weekends ago and we decided to go. Brought myself, my agent, Olivia, and then one teammate, her girlfriend, and then another rugby player. And it was a magical experience. This show, Magic Mike, and they're doing it. This show was designed for women. That you get a little nervous when you first get there. You think it's going to be like a show, a classic, misogynistic.
They give you the old bait and switch. They do, and it was scary at first. We don't want to obviously give away the show because you should see it and it was really fun.
Yeah.
But I also do now need to go see every show around the world.
Yeah.
I want to collect them like Pokemon. And they opened in such a way where Ilona was like, I messed up. Like what did I do? Oh my gosh, I dragged some friends here. This is so embarrassing. Like what the hell? But thankfully, like we were like, what the hell? Like we need to get out of here. But we switched it. They switched it. Sorry.
I fell in love.
Yeah.
Did you find love too?
I found love. I don't think he found love in me. I would per se.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my God, he looked at me, and then I'm like, he just looked at her too.
What the hell?
Frick? But it was like there's dancing. There's so much going on. The music's so fun. I got danced on at one point, and all I was just like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then he would like take my hands and place them on him, and I was like, yep.
And she was like, when he first got there, she was like, it's happening to me.
It was awesome.
So
but
excited.
It's so different than like, I think maybe other strip clubs where men would just be kind of like trying to touch the woman and they pushing it. Like they were like literally, I was like, sorry, just trying to be respectful of your space here, man. Can you do your thing, dress as hard as you like. And then he's like pulling my hands like, okay, is this okay? Is this a safe zone to touch?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
You were
we had a ball of a time too.
They make the show so fun. It's for women to enjoy. There's like a slow dance portion, and a guy sings and plays piano.
That was impressive. Yeah, he was singing.
There's acrobatics. It's really something.
They're jumping on the banisters.
Yeah.
I gotta get there.
Boosh.
I know. And you wanted to be one of the people that got to go like on stage.
I wanted to be one of the people on stage, but then I realized they then have to like they pick the girls up. They pick the girls up and like around their waist. I'm like,
not that we aren't petite.
Not that I'm not, the
tiniest.
And able to be flung around.
Yeah, but the size of these guys,
beautiful. But
old Mike down there wouldn't be able to lift me up.
Him.
If anything, he'd fall.
Yeah.
So it was for the best I wasn't down there.
Yeah.
But it's honestly great to take your girls to.
Wow.
It's a good time.
It's a good time. I think that I'll be going again.
You can find me in Vegas.
You'll find us in Vegas on a Magic Mike
and
show.
we'll take you. You got to see this.
Please.
I think if I went again, I would sit alone. So they had to dance on me.
Ew.
Because
a lone
I was
woman?
stacked between people. And so like they didn't come dance on me.
So they're going to dance on the weird, lonely girl.
Who came by herself?
If I'm sitting like this.
That's not mysterious on a Magic Mike show. That's weird.
She's front
Just
row.
sit on the end at least.
It's me in the XXL margarita.
Yeah. Come here. Come to mama. Come to mama, big boy.
I'm sat like this the whole time.
Yeah. I think you just had to sit on the end.
Yeah, no, it's true, and I noticed that because I was taking notes the whole time of who was getting danced on, and it was the girls on the end. I was trapped, but
she was in the middle, so she would have gotten danced on.
Yeah,
you just missed it.
They definitely wanted to dance.
They wanted to.
They wanted to. The way they were, for sure.
The way they were looking at me was like, "Yo, he sees me, and he sees everybody else in this auditorium."
Because he was also seeing me. But
right. Yeah. So, Ilona, you have gone from the Olympics, winning medals, doing the whole thing, into Dancing with the Stars, into being over here in England. How are you feeling about it all?
I'm tired a lot, but I also am so excited for everything I'm doing. Like I posted a video, I think Taylor Swift said, I get tired a lot, but I don't get tired of it. It's been amazing. I think I was unsure about doing Dance with the Stars because I knew how hard it would be. And it was during a time where I was still kind of coming after the Olympics and I was the talk of the town and I wanted to use all these opportunities to go here and there. And so I was like, oh, if I go to Dancing with the Stars, not that I thought it was like an old show, but people were like, oh, it's a show where, you know, if you're at the end of your career, you go on and see if you can get a burst of fame. And so I got nervous about that because that's what people were telling me. When I said I was going to Dance with Stars. They're like, oh, are you sure about that? And so I got nervous. But you and my agent were so, you know, I think this will be the best for you. And it was the best decision for me because what it did was like, I was in the Olympic mind. Everyone thought of me as the Olympian. But then being on Dancing with the Stars, being on people's TV screens every Tuesday, posting out videos constantly, I was in their minds continuously again for another 3 months. And so I think it just did wonders for my career as well in media and in the US to show who I was.
You showed that you're an entertainer. Like you're an Olympian, but you also are an entertainer. That's why you do so well on social. Absolutely. And I think like Dancing with the Stars it's like anything. It's ebbed and flowed. But I think throughout all of that, it's always meant something different to Olympians and to the athletes that are on it. And I was so excited for you to have that experience and that, you know, in the beginning there, it was like, it's going to be good, I swear. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I'm like pushing her in the wrong direction? What if it's not good? But then it was so fabulous. And you'll have those memories for life.
It was an amazing moment in time. And I'm so happy I did it. But it was a lot of work. It was 7 days a week. Like we trained every day. And something that's so not natural for me. I've always done things that I'm good at. And then here I was doing something completely unnatural. But while we were doing that, I got an email or I got a DM from one of my teammates, Abby Ward. And she was at the Bristol Bears and was like, hey, you know, the coaches from the Bristol Bears would love to chat with you. And I told her, well, I can't, I'm doing Dancing with the Stars. I wouldn't be free until January, but I'll still take a call with them. And we took a call with them. They were late on it. I remember that. And I was like, how are they going to start off by being late? But now my coaches, Dave and Tom, I think it's funny. We hopped on a call with them and they're like, you know, even if it's just for those first 3 months of the year, we want you for that time. And we think we can put in appeals. We think you can get you over because it was that I wasn't eligible to play because I hadn't played for my national 15s team in a while because this would be 15s rugby, which in the Olympics I played 7s rugby. So this is like a completely different form. But I wanted to play this form because there's a World Cup coming up this year in 2025. And so I wanted to get into 15s a little more. So we kind of made just like that decision from Dancing with the Stars to go out to England and start playing rugby here. And it's been amazing because it's also now set me up in the rugby space to show who I am as a figure in rugby. And I got to play and really get into it. But the impact that I think I've had has been really cool to see. I mean, records were set and people were so excited because of this girl who, you know, posted the videos, and it just showed the power I guess I have and made me want to keep doing it. I think it was like interesting at times. It's always interesting. It's a weird battle I have to kind of deal with of like play rugby or do things outside that would make me so much more money. Like if I could, I would just be an athlete. But I've said it so many times before, I'm just not going to make, you know, money being an athlete. So as a rugby player, as a female rugby player, I have to do so much more off the field. And it gets to the point where it's almost like rugby, you have to do it more for passion. Whereas I could be making this and doing this outside, yet I love this game.
The stuff that you've had to build on the outside. Yeah. Whereas I think what you're saying is like male athletes, if you play in the NFL, you make a certain type of paycheck where you can just play the sport that you love. Whereas you've played the sport that you love while building stuff on the outside. And now you're at that, not a crossroads because rugby is your love and your passion, but the money that you make in rugby versus the money that you could make to help set yourself up for the future. You know, instead of playing a sport that is just so brutal, it's tough on the body. But at the same time, like I think it is so tough on the body that it is right now. It's like you're playing it now and these are the years to be doing it. So I think your head's in the right place to be continuing on.
It is hard though, and we, you know, you and I were chatting about it a lot this season. Like, I'm putting my body on the line for something that is giving me a lot, but at times I feel like I'm giving it much more. Like I'm going out there every day with the possibility of, you know, getting injury, as happens with any sport. But there's that possibility every time, and I'm like, gosh, why am I doing this to myself? Like, you know, I could be just living and making a living doing, you know, media now. Yet I get tackled every day and I stiff arm and I tackle other people, and it's a lot on the body for, I guess, for a lot of my teammates.
they're putting their whole bodies on the line for very little reward.
Yeah.
For a lot of them, it's semi-professional. A lot of them aren't getting paid. If they're getting paid, it's very little. A lot of them are working full-time jobs. We have doctors and nurses on our team and teachers. So like, we're in rugby doing this for passion, but at what time can it be like for as a job, as a career? Because nobody calls rugby their career, or they say it, but it's really not a career. You do it for this kind of fleeting moment. And then I have teammates from sevens who have gone back to desk jobs, who are, you know, back into the workforce. Like, it never happened. Like, we never traveled the world playing rugby together. But I think this was the best option for me. I've met so many great people. One of my favorites is Sarah Byrne, who's, you know, one of the best players, my personal best player in the world, I think. And I wanted other people to know that as well. But I think what was so great about the Bears is we have so many amazing players on there. Abby Ward, Jazz Joyce, from all sorts of countries. I got to learn so much from all of them. And it just set me up for success. And I think also they were really happy that I was there for what I could bring.
It sounds like you found a really wonderful new team culture and community on the 15s team. Yeah. And I wonder, you're going to go back to the sevens team maybe one day, and it's going to be a whole group of girls. Are you ever nervous to go into a new team again with this amazing experience you've had here?
Yeah, I think this experience was like unlike any other. I felt so much a part of the team from the moment I was there. And when I go back to, I don't know if I'll go play for Bristol Bears again. I think it was a lot to move over here to England, to be 2 hours away from London and whatnot, because my livelihood, everything is over in America, in New York or LA, where I do shoots and deals. So it's like, was very hard to manage that because we had to pass up on so many things while I was here in Bristol. But I think this was, again, like Dancing with the Stars was a moment in time. This was a moment in time for me that I'll always remember. And when I go back to sevens, I think again, I'll just be learning a whole new group of people. Yeah. And seeing how, I guess, I fit in, seeing where I fit in.
I know you talk a lot about that rugby, you're doing it almost for a passion, and that, you know, you're not making you can't really make a livelihood out of just rugby, and you can go into entertainment at this point. Do you ever worry about no longer having that current rugby player title attached with it?
I think that's one of the reasons why I came here to Bristol to play, because I don't want to be just known as a content creator influencer. I hate when people just say that about me. Oh, she's just an Instagrammer. Oh, she's like, one guy commented on a video of me, on a video of Bristol Bears, like, oh, were you going there to see the Instagrammer, or are you going to, you know, watch the team? First of all, I'm an Olympic medalist. First of all, I'm a great rugby player. But people sometimes forget about that and just put me in that box. Yeah. And I think it's important to be known as an athlete, especially in America. Like, we love athletes. We think athletes are the top of the top.
We love a winner.
I'm proud to be an athlete. I something that I've always kind of really associated with my sense of self. And I want other people to know that. So I think this was for me solidifying myself as a rugby player in what is the traditional form of rugby.
It's almost like a double-edged sword of like, you love rugby so much, but you have to put your body on the line for it, but it's still rewarding to have that title of rugby player.
Yeah. Which is crazy that you're like an Olympic medalist in a sport, but it's rugby sevens. So it's like the people like over here are like, okay, well, that's that, whatever. Like, everyone kept being like, welcome to England, English rugby, when you broke your nose and stuff. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
like,
it also kills me because you won 3 national championships
you are
as a 15s player.
The game has changed a lot.
In college, in college. You've got some exciting things going on. You've also been really trying to up your personal game, your personal brand, and I think it's really paid off for you.
I'm trying. I had sort of like a moment of like coming into the light where it's like, yeah, if I want to make content and I want to travel the world doing that, I need to make content and travel the world. It's not just going to happen. You got to do it to do it. But I've always made silly little videos on YouTube, terrible edits if you watch my stuff from over 10 years ago. But like, I did that and I put that out there, and then slowly but surely, but I think like anyone, posting is a very daunting thing. And I always credit you and how much, I mean, you're very different the way you approach things. It's kind of like, hey, I got something to say. I'm going to say it. I'm going to post it. And that's that. And that's why people relate to you. And that's why you feel so authentic to people, is you just are like, you know what, post it. And that's how I came up with Girl Dinner. Was I had a thought I was realizing, and I was like, I can't be the only person that does this. My one friend was like, hey, I do that too. And I was like, yeah, I think a lot of women and people probably do that. And I looked a mess, recorded myself making that video, And I remember having this moment, I was like, oh, I don't look good. Normally I'd edit. I don't think I'll post it. And then I was like, if Ilona were here right now, she'd say, post it. So I posted it. And it obviously, like, it's just at what it is today. It's in the dictionary. It's so exciting. I get to make food content.
What did you just tell us? You're something?
I learned I'm maybe I'm going to pronounce it wrong, though. That's dumb. But I'm a neologist.
Yeah.
Neologist.
How do you spell it?
Big word birdie over there.
Yeah, big word over here.
Okay, what about master's degree over there?
Neolo.
Neologist.
Neologist. Yeah. So that's someone that invents or creates new words or phrases. And you're especially that if it is then in the dictionary, which
I'm putting that in dating profiles.
That's
Put that up there.
It's on my resume. For sure. I mean, I don't have a resume right now, but like,
sorry, is somebody trying to take you from me?
If I did.
For those that don't know, Olivia is my manager as well.
Right.
So she is my top employee.
Employee of the month.
Employee of the month every month for the past year now.
My Christmas gift, I kept saying, was an employee appreciation. Like, it's part of my benefits package.
So she does that for me, and she handles like all my emails, and she does so much for me, allowing me to do my best on the pitch and whatever. But now she's gotten like offers to go. I think you possibly got an offer to go to Hong Kong Sevens.
Hong Kong Sevens, which is so exciting because that's just for me and the audience that I've built and the content that I make. It's not, I obviously have a large rugby following. I mean, that is because I travel the world watching you play, but it's not attached to you. It's just me. It's an offer for me to go and experience and capture the weekend. And I'm like, I would love that. I've never been to Hong Kong. So hopefully that works out. I've done a lot of work with Cherry Bomb magazine, which we all just were the cover stars for.
Cover Girls.
Cover Girls, which is our first ever magazine cover together, which is so special that it's at home at Cherry Bomb, which is
also my first magazine ever that I've been a part of. So really went from 0 to 100.
Right.
Thank you,
to the
guys.
cover. And I mean, they have their event up in April, their annual Jubilee celebration, which I'll be going to in New York City. And it's just so exciting to be in spaces full of women in that way. I mean, always on my vision, I make a vision board at the beginning of every year, and it's the background on my laptop and it's the background on my phone. So you're always like seeing what you're working towards. And I always have like a little portion that's about events, and I want to go to more things and meet people and, I guess networking, but also just like making connections. And the Cherry Bomb events, like Jubilee, is unbelievably cool, powerful, incredible women in the culinary and media space in one room talking, just being themselves, and yet it's so inspirational. It's just women. It's a space of female enjoyment, and just being like, look at it, like how much farther we can all get when we work together. I'm emotional, like I'm on the edge of tears the entire time, and it's essentially a conference, with delicious food and bev in New York City. So I have that coming up, and I'm just loving it. I'm proud of myself for putting myself more out there. It wasn't a quick process. I learned from you, but I'm still getting better about it and just putting it out there, but truly just realizing you can't do it unless you do it. So do what you got to do. It's like everything you want is maybe it's on the other side of like being cringe or embarrassment, right? And the only people that are going to judge me are the ones that wish they could be doing what I'm doing and don't have the balls to.
The massive cojones.
The cojones.
Or in your case.
I still have that little voice in my mind of always like, someone from high school could see this. And I'm like,
right.
Who cares?
Who cares?
I don't see them.
Right.
You're fine.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Get past that because it's holding you back.
What's that thing that's like the people that matter won't mind and the people that mind don't matter?
Boom.
Bars.
Stay there. We'll end
Write
on
that
that.
down.
Write that down, folks.
House of Maher original.
Thanks so much for coming over and watching our first episode of House of Maher, a Wave original sponsored by Samsung.
Be sure to watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Plus, follow the show on social media at House of Maher to keep up with the best clips throughout the week. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you right back here.
Close the door.
On your way out.
On the way out. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.